Hello, how you doing? Like, share, and subscribe. And this is the Ghost of FBA. In today's news or today's topic, we have to ask the question, man. Is today are you making your best move? Yes, like the rappers say, man. Are you making your move your best move? Are you making your next move your best move? And that's honesty opinion. That's the thought process we want to go through today. Are you making your next move your best move? And the question is necessarily have when you actually say that, people actually do not understand the most important thing is, which is what is the state of the game board, right? People always say what make your next move your best move, but the question is, do they actually understand the chessboard that they actually playing on? Or they know the field that they actually trying to move their piece, or do they actually even have an objective to actually complete in the first place? Or are they just out there just playing for to be playing? Oh, is your objective actually doable? Is it not an impossible? It's not a dummy mission. These are the things you need to know before you actually, quote unquote, make your next move your best move, right? And simply as it is, this is a black man show, so I help for black men. And the question we as a black man got to ask ourselves, or a young man, black men and young men, because that's where the future basically lies at. It basically in those people. Is your move, is your next move your best move, and do you understand the state of the board? And I can tell from these YouTube streams and from these people's opinion, a lot of these people do not understand the state of the chessboard that you operating on. You do not. It is clear that you do not. We have dudes out here in this space saying, "Oh my God, we got to protect black women. Black women literally are killing your kids at the highest rate. I've never seen women kill kids as fast as Black American kill women kill kids. They're literally, I literally think they are the white supremacy was like a drug. They full out cracked on it, bro. Like, let's God honestly, they full out cracked on it. They can't raise good wives, or they can't raise they actually, you're right, they can't raise good wives because they can't raise good daughters. She can't be a good wife because she's not a good what is it? Well, she can't raise a good daughter because she's not a good wife. All of these things are basically interlocked in the process of quote unquote starting a family in America. And the question you have to ask yourself as a black man or a black man in America, or especially like a young black man, what is your next move? And can you clearly see the board as it is, not how you want it to be, not how you believe it to be, but as it is. And that's where I think we have the problem of especially black American dudes, but I understand why it comes from. The reality is that when you get out here, you need to find yourself, like I said, the triangle defense, man. We all necessarily, like I said, I'm a Naruto fan, so you know it is what it is. But we all need to be out here running a triangle defense. And what is that? You need your point skill in the front and your two backup skills on the other side to help you, right? So your first is within your hard skill, especially if you're a young man or older man. You need that hard skill, like something like plumbing, electrician, maybe how to drive trucks, something a hard skill, you know, maybe build houses. I don't know, whatever you want to do, electrician, whatever you want to go, hard skill, right? Or learn how to make something. That's also a very, very, very strong hard skill, right? Your second skill needs to be soft skills. Basically, in this environment, in the country, in the world that you live in, you need some kind of computer skill. You need to either know how to make videos, edit. Hell, you should learn how to do C sharp. Hell, what else? Not pineapple. What is it? Python. You need to know all these basic skills. All of these basic skills is things that you definitely need if you're going to survive in this new era. Because at the end of the day, the community is destroyed necessarily, and black women destroyed it. Now you either have a choice as a black man. You either A, go into the fire that is the white supremacist hell, with the woman who's gonna actually work against you. Let's be honest, black women have been working with white supremacy for decades and years. That's literally her bed buddy. So my question is, do you really know your next move? And do you understand the state of the chessboard? I really keep going back to that. Because when I see a lot of these black men have these conversations, especially these purple pill conversations, these blue pill conversations, you basically sending these men back into necessity to slaughter. And I understand that why these men do it. Ultimately, they don't give a fuck about your life. Your life is to be sacrificed. You are supposed to be the sacrificial lamb or the sacrificial goat of said society and also your own people. And I gotta say, black men, this shit has to stop, bro. Let these people die. Like I hate to say it to you like that. Let the I'm not gonna say it like that. Let the weak fall where they may. Let's be like that. Let the weak fall where they may. So the next question is, once you understand you understand the chessboard and you know your best move, what is your best move? And your honesty, your best move is this. If you're gonna be in America, you really got two choices. You either it's either it's either get a whore, get cut, or get a passport. It's your choice. It's really just that simple. In a modern American experience, you are either going to get cut, you're gonna get fucked over, or you're gonna get a passport. Like that's really it. You're gonna get cut, you marry a whore, or get your passport. And that is what black men need to be looking at and focusing their time and all of their energy, because that is where you're going to actually get the highest return on investment. That's where you get the highest return on investment. That's where you can make your money fly. That's where you can actually double your money and actually make it flip and double for you, so you can actually have a nest egg to live on. Because you can't do it in the United States. You damn near need, like they already said, they say you need $1 million to live in the United States. So unless you're either as I said, going to be saving at least 20%, 25% of your annual income a year for the next 20, 30 years, and hopefully that's being matched, right? Then you may be able to actually have some decent money, depending on how much money you actually make. But in this current society, when the price of food is double, the price of gas is double, and everything is either has an inflation price or just literally being taxed to God to hell. What is your next move? And the next move is simple, bro. You need to start finding like-minded individuals. You have to, and I repeat this, you have to start building your network. A man is nothing without his network. A man's sum total of power is based in these simple things: his knowledge, his physical strength, and the knowledge and power of his network. I repeat that again. A man's sum total of power and knowledge is as strong as his own personal knowledge, his own personal strength, and the strength of his network. So you are as strong as your weakest link. Exactly. You are as strong as your weakest link. If you really have if your network is a whole bunch of scientists, engineers, mathematics gurus, and let's say millionaires, you have a very, very, very powerful network that you can call on to help you find information that you couldn't get yourself to. It is literally the difference between life and death. Literally the difference between life and death, right? And just like Madara Uchiha, his only problem was he did not understand a few things, right? Which is he needed a network. Madara Uchiha was probably the most powerful of the Uchiha, right? Literally. But the thing is, he didn't have a network. He didn't have a network. He saw the truth of the world for what it was, but he didn't know how to properly utilize his network to achieve the ascended goal, right? And that is the problem with, like, I see with a lot of black men. You do not know. First off, you have a lack of information. So you need a network to basically survive, because you're not going to get information by yourself, because you don't, like, your only subtotal is by your own strength and ability and your own knowledge. And that's only limited to how long you've been alive and what you was able to get your access to. And that's most likely probably going to be limited, especially if you're hearing this from the United States of America. So the question is, What is that best move? And the best move is simple. You need to stop, like I said, find a network, find people who are trying to do the same thing you do, and plug in with those people. And also learn a new language. People think that's a joke, but that's so serious. Right now, I'm working on speaking Spanish, and I'm working on speaking another language. Why? Spanish and French. Why? Because that gives me the greatest ability to move. And the greatest thing that a black man has, or any man has, is his ability to choose and to put himself in a proper position to get what he wants or take what you want. Either or. Because at this point in time, it is what it is. You either go in this, it is what it is. And the reality is, you can't necessarily start a family in cuckoo land. You can't. You can't raise your kids in the land of, you can be a girl today, you can be a man tomorrow. White supremacy, it is what it is. Matriarchal white supremacy, culture, women, it is what it is. So at this point in time, you really have to start figuring out what's going to be the best move for you. And that's simple. You can go to the Gambia, Senegal, great places for West Africa. If you want to go to West Africa, I advise people, do not go to West Africa. I have my reasons. If you want to go to some place, go to the southern regions of Africa. Necessarily, they will be more appreciative of your skill set and ability. You can definitely go to what's the South Africa. That's great. East Africa is also great. North Africa. I mean, so you gotta deal with the Arabs, but you know, dirty foot Arabs will be dirty foot. So the question is, what's out of these three questions, or out of these three, which one is the best decision for you? For me, I tell people going to South Africa is more beneficial for your money, long-term investment. Long-term investment, going to South Africa is a more better investment for you if you're a Black American man, because simple as this, you have two rival incomes, two rival powers fighting each other, and South Africa may be one of them necessarily to join in, and God forbid, or actually God hoping that they actually do start their own currency, and you can have you can have two different currencies that you can have your money in. Don't no matter who wins, you still win. We have to, and I repeat, have to start applying ourselves differently. Because in the land of the shinobi, there are no friends but your clan. That's the honest thing, right? And even amongst the clan, you still got people that you got to cleanse and get rid of. There's a fact that been out there throughout history, throughout time. So find like-minded individuals. Find people who are trying or are looking to do the same thing. Because if you don't, it's either simple. You're going to get cucked, you're going to marry a prostitute, or it's passport. Your choice. Cuck, marry a whore, or passport. That's it for today. It's for my second stream. Working on it, man. I'm trying to figure out what I need to say. That's not what I need to say, but just working on a few things. So yeah, I'm out. It's Zulu, Ghost of the FBA, or I like the name, the Ghost of the FBA. So if you want help, me personally, I'm in East Africa. I'm an East African fanatic. I think it's one of the best places for Black men to go to, if you especially want to generate money for the long term, for the long haul. I would say Kenya, Uganda. If you really trying to make some actually money, and you got some liquid assets, or you have some actual hard assets, go to Sudan, South Sudan specifically, because South Sudan, you can take your skills over there and multiply them. You a carpenter, you take your skills over there, you can double that. You can have your own team. You have a school bus, take your school bus over there. Now you got school routes. At the end of the day, Black men necessarily in America have to really start making hard decisions necessarily, right? Because it's either basically this: you stay here, you help those who would not help you, or you build a better life for yourself. And ultimately, self-preservation does take course at some point. I know Black American women want you to stay there and sacrifice and die for their bastard kids that they wanted to have with whoever and wherever and with whoever. But that's not on you. That's not your job. You need to make your next move your best move. And is taking care of somebody's kids your best move? No, not at all, man. You know it. I know it. It is what it is. But what is the next move? Right? The next move is Africa. The next move is South America. Those are your next moves. If you was a Black American man, you need to really be taking yourself to about 3-4 places. Africa, I must say, close to the eastern region necessarily. Southern region. I'm not going to West Africa. Fuck all that shit. Take your ass to South America. That may definitely be beneficial for you. I would say take yourself to the Philippines, but I don't know about that. But definitely take yourself to Indonesia. That's definitely a place where you can definitely make some money. A lot of money can be made out there in Indonesia. A lot of money can be made out there in Africa, especially South America. So you have to ask yourself, what is your next move, and are you planning it accordingly? Are you planning for hiccups? And what kind of hiccups did you plan for? Because everything must be stress tested. If it can't stand up to the stress test, it's not real. Fundamental thing that I learned through life. If you can't stress test it, it's not real. It's fake. All right, man. It's your boy Zulu. Also, it goes to FBA. I'm out. See you guys on the next one.